Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday we learned Git architecture. So today we will going to learn Git commands, guys. If you wanted to do anything, if you are working within one language, Java, Python and everything, how one programming language is there, like that only. If you wanted to work with a Git have some commands, guys. By through a commands only you will work with a git, guys. So coming to a git command, so I will explain normal and simple and everyday used commands. So first one, guys, git hyphen version. So this is the first command, guys, git hyphen version. It is used to checks whether your git is installed and shows the installed version, guys. If in your system, if you installed git, so you wanted to check in your system git there is or not, so for that one you will use git hyphen version. If in your system git is there, so it will be show the version and which version is there. If it is not there, it will not show the version. So check in your system git is there or not, you will use the git hyphen version. So it will be tell git is there or not there. It means git is installed or not installed in your system. So after that, the second command is git config, guys. Git configure your git username and email, guys. When you are installing, after that it will be ask your name and your email id, guys, because every git account need a name and email id, because when you commit any changes, so the other developer wanted to see who did this commit and who are the author of this one. So for that the reason you need a name and email id. So for that one you will write git config hyphen global and username dot. What is your username? Username dot, and here itself you will write my name is Bindu, then I will write Bindu, and after that it will be give name, means you are an author, so that author is also having one email id. So git config hyphen global, so username dot email. So here you have to give your email id. So this is all about the git config. Okay, so this tells the git who is making the commits. If other developer wanted to see your commands, though, then he will understand, okay, this command is made by the Bindu, and this command is made by the John, and this command is made by the Smith. So by your author name only the other developers know this command is made by some other person. So that's the reason you need a name and email id. For that you will use a git config. Okay, this tells git who is making the commits. Okay, after that, guys, git init means your git don't know about your project. You are writing git init and you are telling this is my project, you are telling to git. So that's the reason you will write git unit. Whenever you are writing git unit, so your git is understand your project, about your project details. It creates a new git repository, guys, as well as it creates a new git repository in your project, and it will also know your project. First of all, git don't know about your project, and you are saying by writing this command, this is my project, and create a git repository. So this is git init, guys. After this, git starts tracking the project through the git folder, guys. Okay, by using this command it tracks your code by using a git folder. And after coming to the fourth command, git status, guys. When you use the git status, so shows the current status of your working directory, means how your current directory is working and what is the status of that directory, means who are did the commits and who are not did the commits, and how much your project is developed, and up to what level your project is done. So git status, it tells you which files are modified, means which files are modified and which files are not untracked and which files are staged. And this is also tell what is ready to commit. Okay, every very important commit for any beginners, guys. If you wanted to know the status of your project, means up to which level our project is completed and what are the remaining works are there, by using git status you will understand this. So This is very important for an beginners, guys. And after that, git add. It moves changes from from the working directory, means staging area. So you already know, yesterday I told you what is in a staging area. What are the commits you wanted to commit for an next step, that everything is prepared at the one place, that is called staging area. So git add file name to add everything. Okay, what are the next commit you wanted to do, so that is comes under the git add dot. Okay, git dot means stage all the changes into a current directory. You wanted to make all the changes into your current directory. After that, coming to the sixth one, git commit, guys. Whatever the changes you made, you wanted to commit that one, you wanted to permanently do that one. So that's the reason you are using git commit. You saves the stages. What are the changes you saved at the you saves the stage changes into your local git repository. What are the changes you wanted at a staging area, so that all the staging commits you are committed here. Means first you are thinking, I have 10 files, I wanted to do 5 files to commit, so that files committed here into in your local git repository. So git commit -m, and in the double quotes, whatever the message you wanted to write, you will write. And should remember, about your project related only you write the comment here, because after long time also when you see your project, you will understand what you written in this comment. If you write randomly anything, after few days you only don't know what commit you did. So what are the commit you wanted to do, so write related that only. So git commit -m, and in the double quotes, whatever the commit you are changing. If you are changing the code about the login system, of you are changing the code about the password system, so write here password feature, add login feature, like that. Okay, think of a comment as a checkpoint. Okay, snapshot for your project. It will be project related you want, that only you will write. It is easy to checkpoint. Okay, and after that, guys, git log. Yesterday only I told you what is git log, and today also I will explain. Shows the whole history, how many commits you did, and how many commits other developer did, how many commits who are the did. It will be show the whole history, guys. It shows the history of your commits. So git log, if you are doing this, it will shows the commits and commit id also, means commit id and who is the author of that one. In the first, in git config, we write our name and our email id na, guys. So if anyone do this, so our name means, if I did any commit for a login system, it will be show Bindu is the author of this one, and which this date she did this. So in git login, it shows the commit id and who are the author of that one, and which date they committed, and commit message what they committed. So commit git will give the commit id and who are the author is Bindu, thing like that. Date means 25th August she did then a commit, and what is the message she written, login feature she written. So it is an can also use like this, git log - online. Okay, but it is a short form. With a short version, what will you use, git log - online. So coming to the eighth one, git def, guys. You shows the changes you made before the committing. Before committing also somehow changes you will do na, guys. So that changes you, this git def will be show you. For example, if you changed in the line number 50 you written some code, and git def will help you to see the exactly what change you did before commit. What are the changes you did, to see that one, git def will be used. And git clone, guys. If you wanted to pull a builded project, and if you wanted to pull in a full project, so that time you will use download an existing remote repository to into your computer. Means whatever the developed project you wanted to take, that time you will use git clone. So you will write git and clone. After that repository URL, guys, whatever the project they kept, for that project one URL be there. So you will paste that URL here and git clone that URL. Then after that enter guys. So whole project will be coming to your system, means your all this repository, means your whatever the project in the server, that will be coming to your local system. For example, git clone c https github.com users.com project.git. So like this is called URL guys. If you have for different project, they are built on different URLs. Whatever the project you wanted to clone, so you will put that URL. So don't worry, I will show this practically in the next video. That time you will understand everything in detail. So use this when you wanted to get an existing project from a GitHub. You wanted to take some other's project, you wanted to take your senior's project. Otherwise, so many people are developing one project and you are the new team member add to that project. So you have to clone that project guys. Okay, after that, git remote guys. Connects repository with a remote repository guys. Okay, your system is your local repository and whatever the GitHub, that one is a remote repository. To make a connection, we will use the git remote add origin. This origin will given by the git only guys. You don't need to worry what is this origin. This is by default given for a git. Okay, and whatever the project you wanted to connect, use that repository URL. Like this, here I showed you now one URL. So whatever the project you wanted to connect, use that the same URL here, which project you wanted to. So git remote add origin, this URL guys. If you are first time taking that project, you will clone, and if you wanted to take that project again and again, so git remote add origin, that URL. And to check the remote, so git remote -v. Okay, origin is the commonly used name for a remote repository. Origin is commonly used for a remote repository guys. After that, git push guys. If you want something, you builded something, you wanted to give to some other develop, so for that time you will use the push command. Git push means sends your local commits to the remote repository. Locally you have developed one code in your system, you wanted to give that to other developers also, that is in there into a remote repository. So you should have to use that time git push command, then you push your code, then other people also can see your code. Sends your local commits to a remote repository. So git push origin main, you commonly use this origin main. So the actual command is git push, and local repository connects to a remote repository. To commit your local repository to a remote repository, you will use this git push command. Usually use it to upload your commits and changes into a GitHub. So whatever the code you wanted to write, you wanted to upload into a GitHub. So that's the reason you will use a git push. And git pull guys gets the latest changes from the remote repository and integrating them into your current branch. Means okay, you pushed something features into a GitHub, so like that only. So other developers also build their code for a login system, for a password system, some other. So you build it for a login system, some other developer is developed for a password. So if you want that password code, so that time you need to pull the code guys. If you wanted to take some others one code, you need to pull. If you wanted to give your code to some other, you wanted to push the commit. If you wanted to take some other, so you will pull it. So it gets the latest changes. What are the latest changes? If you are using git pull commit, it will be give all the latest changes guys. Git pull origin main, so it will give a remote repository to your local repository. First, in push command, your local repository for your computer to and remote repository. But in pull, remote repository means from the GitHub you are taking to in your laptop, remote repository to a local repository. Okay, it is a very important when you are working in a team. This git pull and git push are very important. And git fetch guys, download information changes from the remote repository without automatically integrating them into your current branch. And git fetch, it is a difference guys. Git fetch get the updates and don't merge them automatically. Okay, if you are getting the code but you wanted to see and you don't merge into your code. You have some other code, you have some piece of code, other developer some piece of code, but you don't combining that two codes. First you are seeing that code everything is fine or not. That time you will use git fetch. What will you use? Git fetch, guys. And after that git pull. Git pull get the updates and integrate them. So okay, and git branch, guys. So okay, for everything there is a one main branch is there. Everything code will be going to the main branch, but main branch is accessed by one member, like think like a team leader, team manager. But for your changes you need to create an one branch. If some other developer is there, he need to create an some other branch. So you need to create an child branches. So creating a branch, if you create a child branch, in that one only you should have to push your code. Okay, for creating a child branch, so create and manage a branches. So if so many developers are there, everyone push their code into a one branch, you will get in a problem. So like that you should have a particular developer need their own branches. For to create a branch, git branch, you for create a branch, create and manage the branches. See the branches. So git branch is used for a create a branch. So if you are a developer one, you need to create your own branch. So git branch, feature and login. And delete a branch, you will use delete a okay, you written something, you created one branch, your branch will get some problem. That time you wanted to delete your branch. So git branch -d, if you write this one, your branch will be deleted. Okay, feature and login. And after that git switch, guys. Git switch means first of all, when you are starting your project, your branch will be in a main branch. So you wanted to check you are into a main branch or otherwise you are into your branch. So when you are using git switch, so it will switch your branch. Okay, if you are in a main branch, you wanted to come to your branch, so that time you will use the switches between the branches. Git switch feature and login. Create plus switch to a new branch. For switching from one branch to another branch, you will use git switch. Git switch -c, it means feature login, guys. Okay, this is the modern command for a branch switching. Okay sirs, after that git merge, guys. Okay, you developed some code, the developer 2 is developed some other login system and everything. So you wanted to people keep that everything into one folder and one place, and otherwise you wanted to combine your two codes. So that time you will use git merge, combining the changes from one branch to into another branch. Your developer 1 and developer 2 wanted to merge their code. They are combining the two codes. So that time combining the changes from one branch into another branch, you will use a git merge. First in git switch main, after that git merge future login. Okay, so in future login is main, guys. Whatever the everything code will going to main branch only. So if anything problem is done, so git restore, guys. Git restore means if you are getting some problem, so you lost your code, so by using git restore you will get your whole code back. But there is a disadvantages, guys. If you use git restore, whatever you committed, what are the commits you committed, that only will come back. What if you did not committed any changes, that will be not coming back, guys. So git restore, it discard the changes in your working. Be careful with this, guys. This can remove your uncommitted changes into a file. It will be given a file back to you, but that all will committed commands only will come. What are the uncommitted files, it will never come back. And git reset, guys. Git reset, it moves the current branch head into another commit and can change the staging area to working tree depending on the options, guys. Okay, git reset head file name. What are the file name you will give here? This unstages the file but keeps your file changes. Okay, and git revert, guys. Create a new commit that of an earlier commit. Okay, earlier you did a commit, but you wanted a more efficient commit. That time you will use git revert. What are that commit ID you will give, and this is generally safer than rewriting the history when commits have already been shared. Okay, and git stash temporary stores your uncommitted changes, guys. Sometimes you did not commit, you some codes are uncommitted only, so that time to store that uncommitted changes you will use git stash. Okay, okay, useful when you are working on something but suddenly need to switch on a branches without committing and unfinished your work. When you will use this one, useful when you are working on something but suddenly you need to switch the branches. You are working on something, some project, and you need to switch your branch without committing. Okay, without committing and unfinishing your work, that time you will use git stash. Okay, git rm means moves a file from git and tracks and your working directory. Git rm, guys, remove it, removes a file from your git tracking and your working directory. You wanted to remove something, your files and your commits, you will use git rm. Git rm, whatever the file you wanted to remove, you will use that file name, guys. Next, git mb, guys. Git mb renames or moves a file while letting git tracks an operation. Okay, rename your file, so git move and old file name dot text and whatever the new name you wanted to give, you will give that, guys. Okay, so yesterday I told you the architecture, so now I discussed about the command, so how it will be that architecture and commands, how they should be work together, we will see. The most important flow, this is a main flow, guys. Working directory, whatever you wanted to add a file, delete a file, you wanted to update a file, everything will be done in a work. So whatever the file you wanted to add, you will use git add, so the file will be add here. Staging area means you know already whatever the files you have in that files, for the next commit how many files you wanted to commit, that everything means preparation area, so everything is stored here. So whatever the files you wanted to commit, though, that will be commit for the next change, so for that you will use git commit. Okay, and local repository, guys. Local repository means you know whatever the in your system, that is called your local repository. So you builded a code for a login system, for an OTP system, so everything in your computer, guys. So that time that is in your local system, so for that one you are giving to a remote repository. So by using git push, you are pushing your code to a GitHub, guys. So remote repository means you already know that is a GitHub. So if you wanted to take anything from a GitHub, you will use pull command, guys. So from your remote repository you wanted to take anything from your local repository, that time you will use git pull command. If you wanted to push anything you from your local system to and a remote repository means git to a GitHub, you will use push. Okay, when someone else and made the changes, so okay, someone command made the changes, guys. Okay, they also pushed their code, so you wanted to take the others one, so remote repository to your local repository, remote repository to a local repository, from GitHub you wanted to take the code, so that time you will use git push, guys. Okay, if you are having a beginner, so I will prioritize these commands, guys. So this git unit means your git is don't know about your project, you are assigning, you are telling to git. Okay, by writing git unit, so this is my project, and you are creating in a new repository also. Git config means you are giving your name, means author name and email id, and git status means how much your work will be done. Git add means you are adding your file. Git commit means what are the changes you wanted to commit, and git log means it will be give a whole history. Okay, git clone means wow, you wanted to clone the whole entire builder project. That time you will use clone. And git remote means whatever the first commit you are making, you are writing in this one. And git push means whatever the code you wanted to push from git to github, you will use a push command. Whatever pull means whatever the code you wanted to take from the github to git, you will use a pull command. And git branch for making a new branch. And git switch, if you wanted to switch from one branch to another branch. Git merge, whatever the code you wanted to combine in a two people's code, you will use git branch, git merge. And git fetch, it will be fetch your directories. Git stash means uncommitted commits or everything will be there. And git restore, when you lost your whole code and everything, it will be restored, but it will be stored whatever the commits you done, so it will be stored that one only. And git reset, it will be everything will be reset. And git revert, guys. So these are for a beginner friendly commands, and you will frequently going to use these commands. I think you will understand this whole commands. And tomorrow's video I will, if any of the people don't have their GitHub account, I will tell you how to create a GitHub account and how to install a Git. I will tell you how to install Git and how to create a GitHub account. So we will going to use these commands in a practical way. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.